everyone, it's Debbie Debonair here, and I am delighted to bring to you one of our amazing authors of Alive to Thrive. So it's my great pleasure to bring you Neringa Branaszewski.
Well done.
That was a big test for me, that was.
But you've done it. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. It's absolutely fabulous to see you again, Neringa, and just, so we can express to whoever comes to this video what Alive to Thrive is all about, what it's done for you as one of the authors and for you personally, and what it can kind of do for the world. So let's start with, what was it about the book project that made you say yes to being one of the authors?
Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me here again. It's absolute pleasure to have this conversation. And so it has been quite synchronistically the way this project came to me. I was thinking I need to start sharing my story, and I didn't know how. And somehow Facebook sent me right into the hands of this beautiful lady, Agnieszka, I believe it was.
Yes, it was, yes.
And she posted about you, Debbie, and that you were looking for a woman who has gone through suicidal thoughts or attempts and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, right, this is scary, but it came to me. That means I have to see, And then we had a conversation, and you liked my story, and here I am.
Fabulous. Yeah, absolutely. So how has the journey through Alive to Thrive evolving actually helped you yourself?
Okay, so wow, it has been a really, really deep transformational journey, to say the least. I think, every healer, every coach, every guru will say that you have to journal your thoughts, right? I got goosebumps just as I'm saying. But when you're writing a chapter or a book, and that someone will read it, it just takes you on a completely different journey, because the vulnerability that you share, it's, for me personally, it was so difficult to write it, even though I told those stories. There were so many stories that I have written about to so many people over the years. However, writing it down was really difficult, and it took my friend Michael to really hold my hand. He called me, and he was like, okay, you're gonna write it now. And he stayed on the phone with me for an hour, and I wrote my first 700 words. And I'm shaking as I'm saying this, because it was so difficult, and if I didn't have the support of my friends, of you, Debbie, of another co-authors as well, I wouldn't have been able to do it. And there was a lot of tears, a lot of sit down and stand up after 200 words, a lot of not wanting to do it, a lot of guilt, feeling like failure, and then like I'm betraying my family, my mom, my dad. And my relationship with my mom and dad now is so good. So yet again, I'm as the book will be published, I'm gonna be hit with this, maybe guilt, maybe some, I don't know, but we're going to therapy, so it's good. Therapists will help us out. So it's a perfect timing, actually. But yeah, it's been absolutely healing beyond the word healing, multidimensional, and also healed so many people, not healed, but helped people around me, my bravery, me sharing the draft with my friends. Because of the book, I have made one extremely good friend who has employed me in her business, and we are moving forward together alongside, and that's because of the book.
Mm.
And I mean, it's so many things. It's so many things.
Yeah, that's fantastic though. To be where you were at the beginning of it, to now be so excited and passionate about it,
Yeah.
and what it's actually allowed you to do even before it's published
Yeah.
is absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank
And
you.
with what you know of the other chapters and what the book is all about, what do you wish that the book will give to those who come across it and read it?
First word that comes up to me is hope. I think with everything that's going on in the world right now, it's it's very needed. I think when people are in the situations that we all have been, there literally feels like there is no hope. There is no light of the end of the light of the end of the tunnel, and this book is as tough as it's gonna be to read.
Yeah.
And read it, few pages at a time. That's my suggestion. It will definitely have a huge impact on every single person who reads it, even if you read one chapter. You know, even if you pick it up, once a year or whenever you're going through something, it will have such a huge impact on the way you think, on your perspective on things, how to help yourself, and how to love yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's important to know that you're not alone, and it's 10 of us in the book that basically tells you that all the stuff that could happen to one person has happened to all of us. And some people might have all of the things that we have been through separately go through it. So having that as like some sort of manual, like a life manual,
Yes,
you know
absolutely.
it will be like a Bible.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Bible reference book, a healing book,
Yeah.
whatever whatever each reader is going through, they will take something from it for sure, won't they?
Yeah, for sure.
And leading on from that, how do you think the book will impact the rest of the world?
As I said before, the impact will be so huge, because there is, at least I don't know any books that are like that. you know um, and as you planning, as we all want these books to go into libraries, schools, colleges, universities, and so forth, charities, that could have such a massive effect. The way I'm seeing it is like a domino. When you have the domino, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And you press one and it just goes like that's how I see it.
Yeah.
And the way I also feel like people will share it. People will share the stories. People will start sharing their own stories, because I think the most difficult part of these journeys that people are the suicide, the suicidal thoughts, sexual abuse, me, sex work, porn, domestic abuse. We don't talk about it very easily with people. We choose people that we think are safe, and sometimes those people are the most unsafe.
Yeah.
because we're just trying to step on our healing journey, and
Mm.
usually we choose the wrong people to begin that with.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah, absolutely,
so I
absolutely.
think
And
so the book will I think make people more compassionate, and allow a different kind of space space to heal, space to open up. Yeah.
yeah, and and that's it, isn't it? That's the vision we see for the book, isn't it? That, it is shared with as many people who we can share it with. And because you may touch one life by giving someone that book,
Hmm.
but that book in that person's hand potentially could have a ripple effect, like you say, or a domino effect on 4 people.
Yeah.
And it's just so great that something that we hold so passionate and so close to our hearts can have such a huge impact on the rest of the world, so that we can bring down those statistics.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
absolutely. And
Mm.
I like what you said. I forgot the word ripple effect. That's what I was actually trying to say. But domino effect is just as fine. It's just from my experience and from yours, Debbie, as well. It's like when we started feeling happier, right?
Yeah.
People feel it around you. Like my mom, my dad, my stepdad, rest his soul in peace, because he died in December. Um, they all saw it, how I have changed, how much healing I have done, and they were like, "She is not messing around. We want to join that. We want to join her on that journey. You know."
Yes.
And my mom and dad has gracefully accepted, the olive branch to go to therapy with me. So
Wow,
this month we're
brilliant.
going to therapy.
Oh, that's fabulous news, because I know right at the very, very beginning how that was such a huge part
Yeah,
of how you were able to start writing, and also part of what was holding you back from writing. So that is beautiful. That is
yeah,
beautiful, beautiful news to hear.
and to add on to that, my brother has also requested a healing session from me, and we have done that too. So my
Oh,
entire family
fabulous.
is healing as I
Yeah.
am healing. But I was that, the torch holder,
Mm,
you know.
yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
this is what is possible, and I think the most important thing is like once you start healing yourself, yes, it's important that it goes spreads into
Mm,
the world,
mm,
but
mm.
the mission, if you are a healer, is to heal your family.
Yeah.
Because if you heal yourself, you heal 7 generations in front, 7 generations
Which
ahead
is
of you, and
head
seven
boom.
generations behind you. That's such a huge number of people, we're talking
Absolutely.
generations, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So here you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's honestly, I'm just so thrilled for you. I really am, Neringa. Really thrilled that this journey has actually brought you to that point. It's just beautiful.
the
Really
best
is.
it's the best reward for my healing, no doubt.
Fabulous.
The best.
Yeah. Oh, that is fabulous. So, can you share just a little tiny bit of your story, so
Mhm.
that people can kind of get a little insight into what your chapter's about? Just a tiny bit. Don't give too much away.
Okay. So, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, I grew up in a family with domestic abuse. My dad was in the army, so he had huge PTSD. And obviously, my mom, married to him, had PTSD as well. So, yeah, the childhood wasn't really beautiful. At least I don't remember it like that.
Mm.
And then fast forward to my teenage years, I just wanted to be loved. I wanted to be loved by a man, and that was not possible because every time I would go for someone, they would be just as my mom and dad. So that just kind of reiterated the fact that I'm unlovable.
No.
So that led me into sex work. I thought that clients will love me. That wasn't the case. Then I wanted more, so I done porn. Um, yeah, that kind of gave me some sort of like a hot minute of validation, and then I realized that, you know, I realized what I was doing to myself, and then there was a lot of drugs involved, as as normal in sex work and porn. That's the lifestyle. I was basically earning money to get high, to numb myself. Every time I was high, I would talk about my family and how hurt I was and how depressed and unhappy I was. There has been so many times when I wanted to die. Um, and that was drug related, really. The come downs would be the moments when I was like, you know what? I wish I just done enough of drugs to die. But then even when I done a lot, like 10 grams of coke, I was still good. I was still okay. So I think universe just didn't want me dead.
Yeah.
I have had few overdoses as well, but I survived that too. And then the big moment was when the love of my life killed himself, overdose on drugs, and that was the pivotal moment in my journey. And I changed my life since then. You know,
Yeah.
I've been
Fabulous.
3 years sober on the 5th of June or so, or around that date. So yeah, no drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. I'm here in Mexico, healing, and yeah, here I am.
Fabulous. Bless you. Is there any last words, Neringa, that you want to share with uh, the audience?
I think I just want to summarize what I said earlier, and I would like this book to bring so much clarity to people, so much hope, and inspiration and encouragement to really dig deep into those traumas, to really find out why you want to do those things to yourself, why those thoughts are in your mind even, and the beautiful effect it will eventually have when you really step into the healing. And it will not be a quick fix. If you think that it will be, oh, that will be a huge reality check for you. It was for me. So I'm just talking from my experience. I really wish that this book brings so much healing like it has to me and the rest of the ladies that has written their chapters. And I wish you happiness, like true, innocent, childlike happiness, when just being in the sun, like I am right now, brings me so much joy, So that.
Oh, thank you so much, Neringa. That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you for taking this time to share your thoughts about Alive to Thrive and how it's just going to impact the world. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. And I'm really honored to be here and to be part of this journey. Thank you.